So if you have a Dodge and you want to reset the transmission control module, I thought I'd go over 5 different ways you go about doing this and some different methods that you can use. And so first of all, why would you want to reset the transmission control module? Well, if it's recently been flashed, then it's a good idea to reset it. If you had the filter and the fluid changed, then sometimes it could be a good idea to reset it, especially if you're having weird shifting problems or issues like this. Sometimes resetting the transmission control module can help solve these issues. And of course, to clear error codes. Of course, if there's a problem inside the transmission that's not fixed, then the code will come back. But clearing the error codes would be another thing. And there can be differences between these transmission control modules and what's going on inside of them. But this is going to be the main options on how you go about clearing a Dodge transmission control module. And so first of all, you can use an OBDII scan tool to clear these options, but not any scan tool is going to be able to do this. Most low-cost OBDII scan tools will not be able to clear transmission codes. You're going to need a more expensive scan tool to be able to do this. And unless you're running a shop or something like that, it's not going to make sense to go out and spend $1,000 on a scan tool. So this usually isn't going to be an option for most people, but if you can get a hold of the right scan tool, then you can reset the codes. The next option is to remove the transmission control module fuse. If you can find the fuse to the control module and remove the power, then you can just pull the fuse out, wait like 2 or 3 minutes, and then put it back in, and that'll clear it. Sometimes it can be kind of hard to figure out which fuse it is, and then sometimes it's easy. It's really going to depend on the Dodge. But if you can find a fuse for it, then that's a good option. And then the next option is just to remove a battery cable, wait like 2-3 minutes, and then put it back on. When you do this, you're going to reset everything. So other computers inside of there, radio settings, things like this, it's all going to be wiped out. So if you do remove the battery cable, be sure to be aware of that. But removing the battery cable would be the next option to remove power to the transmission control module, and that'll reset it. Another option is to call around to like automotive stores and find out if they have a scan tool that can clear the transmission control module. Like I said, these are more costly scan tools that can do this, but they might have one available and they might come out and clear the codes for free. Places like AutoZone or O'Reilly's or things like this, you could call around and ask them if they have a scan tool that can do that and if they could come out and clear the codes. Because they'll usually come out and scan like engine codes and things like this and clear those. They may or may not have the scan tool to clear the transmission codes, but if they do have one, then it's a good option to try. And then there is a clear procedure for some Dodges, and basically it's just a procedure that you do that's supposed to clear the transmission control module. And this option may or may not work for you, but it might be worth a try. And so basically to try this option, what you do is you turn the ignition on, but you don't start the engine. You keep the engine off. Then you push down and you hold the gas pedal all the way to the floor. Then you turn the ignition off and then you release the gas pedal. You wait 5 minutes and then you drive the vehicle, and that'll clear the transmission control module on some Dodges. Again, it's going to vary because there can be differences between the engines, the control modules, the software, things like this, between all the different years and stuff. But that clear procedure does work for many people, so it might be an option to try. And so that's basically it. I just wanted to go over some of the options you have if you needed to reset a Dodge transmission control module. If you have anything to add, please comment down below. If you have any questions, ask me and I'll try to answer them. If this video helps you, please click like, please click subscribe, and have a good day.